It's empty. The rabbits are not in the shed. Hi, it's Samantha with Clawfoot Farm, and today I'm going to show you an update on what we're doing with the rabbits. They are not in the shed. We had been keeping our rabbits in the shed that's behind me, which is a pre-made plastic shed, and it worked great. It fit nicely in there. We closed them up at night. It kept them nice and safe, but we were coming into a difficulty with the heat. Rabbits do not do well with heat, and we had thought that really it would be fine here where it really doesn't get above 80 degrees. Like, that's hot if we get a run of 80-degree days. But this shed, when we closed it up, or even if we had the doors open, in this shed it was just too hot. It worked almost like a greenhouse effect. The heat just saturated the top, and it was really hot in there. So last year, what we did was a number of things to keep them cool. Is we would run the sprinkler on the shed to cool it down. We had ice that we froze, big blocks of ice, and would bring them out and put ice in their cages. I put a sheet over the doors to make a shade cloth type of thing. Really, it was a lot of monkeying around to keep those rabbits cool. So we talked about moving the shed and the rabbits to a cooler location, a shady spot in the yard. And while that was an option, we decided to just move the rabbits into our garage, which is a... Oh, thank you. Are you gonna sing now too? We have someone who wants to talk to the camera. So we moved the rabbits into the garage, which our garage has a cement floor and cement walls, and it really doesn't ever get hot in there. So let's go in and see where we moved the rabbits to. So here's where we put our rabbits. What we did was we just moved the frame that was actually inside the shed, and we just moved it in here into the garage. And we have now a whole new setup, however, and it's kind of messy because I haven't cleaned it, but you know, this is real. So this is this setup for collecting their waste, basically. So what we have down below their cages is a piece of board that is lined. So a lined board that goes from the back of their cage, and then at an angle it goes down to the front. Then at the front, my husband has put a piece of gutter, which is really inexpensive, and the gutter is also angled down this way. So anytime the rabbits pee or poop, it runs down, collects in the gutter, and then goes down into the bucket. It really keeps it cleaner in the space. How we had it before was that they just went straight down into a series of larger buckets that we would have to take out and clean. And this is really just a lot easier to clean and keep it smelling nice and really sanitary for the rabbits. Okay, so we also put up little hay containers on the sides of each cage. See there. And that has helped so much. Just putting these up has really helped eliminate the waste of the hay. What we were doing before was we were just putting the hay for them to eat inside their cage, and then as they were eating it, it was going down the cage, the wire openings on the bottom of the cage, And it really, a lot of it was just waste, and it just ended up in the composted area there. So what we did was we just took some welded wire. So this is just welded wire fencing, and bent it on the corners, and then attached it with these little, let's see, oh, there we go, and attached it with the little hooky clamp, with the little metal clamps here and here. And now we can just put the hay in right from the outside, right in here. And then they actually, these holes in their cages are big enough that they just pull it right through and chomp on it. So they can have hay whenever they like. And it doesn't get so messy. And we don't waste the hay. Parker, there's your close-up. She's wondering what is happening, why I have the lights on. Why are your ears so flat? Hi, Parker. Hi, Parker. Parker is on baby watch, so she's up here she's up in the big cage, in our grow out cage. She should have a litter of babies anytime within the next week or so. So she's up here making house. That's our update on the rabbits. So hopefully that was helpful to you. If you are thinking of getting a shed to put your rabbits in, really think of how the heat affects it. It really acts kind of like a greenhouse or an oven, and it's really hot for the rabbits in the summer, even at 70-degree days. We've had a couple 70-degree days this spring already so far, and we've had to put ice in their cages when they were in the shed, and really that's just not it's not a positive environment for the rabbits to be in if they're so hot they need ice. So we are hoping that this is going to work for them. It's cool. It is really cool in here, and you're always working on something, like revamping and making things work for your homestead. So hopefully this was helpful, and thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye.